First of all, I wanted to wish everybody a happy Thanksgiving or Turkey Day or whatever you do or don't celebrate. Um, Either way, that's cool. But I was kind of cooking up an intro idea for this. So far, I've just mapped out the drums. Not even mapped out the drums, just got like a basic little template here that we could kind of play alongside the metronome so when we track it. It's basically a very stripped down version of this riff right here. Oh, why am I doing that? This riff right here. Super stripped down version of that. And it'll just kind of create like a nice intro part. I haven't figured out anything for this end part here, or not the end part, but the part that's going to come after the breakdown. But I figured we could at least just go ahead and track this, and maybe we'll get inspired and figure out something over here. Oh, I forgot to mention another thing that I did. I took the Deviant drums, I used the mixer, and I have just routed everything out to its own separate thing. There were no room or verb or parallel compression tracks. So I just kind of like created those. So I'll just go ahead and show you real quick what the drums sound like here. Just routed out. So we've got, like I said, the drums routed out like that. Now, I went ahead and kind of created this room track, and I put a pretty extreme high pass filter at, what did I do, 500 hertz, and then at 7K to kind of give it more of like a boxy sound. I'll show you what I mean. And of course, they're not going to be as great as like having room mics, but I think it kind of emphasizes everything, gets the job done. So if we just take a quick listen at that. It just kind of brings it to life a little bit more. And then I also did a reverb track on the drums, which is going to be just a small reverb on it. And same thing, I've kind of done some weird EQ here, cut out most of the low end, and then 7K cut again here. And let's see, this on just the reverb track. And all it's really doing is just adding a little bit more depth to the drums. And then I have like a parallel compression here, which, you know, taking everything out, just because I don't want everything to be super, super muddy. If I have like, you know, 20 tracks and everything's fighting the low end, that would just be ridiculous. Saturation maxed out, and then OTT I have it at 70% just because it's I'm trying to kind of really mess with the signal because this is going to be buried under, you know, the main drums, the room, and the verb. Just it's going to help emphasize everything. So if we just listen to the drums as like a whole, versus taking everything back off and just leaving the drums. I think it adds a lot more depth and a lot more character to it. And overall just sounds a lot bigger. I also wanted to give a massive shout out to Andrew Barr because I've been using session wire now, and I don't believe I'm having any of the left ear DI cutting through like all the distorted tones. We'll know 100% once this video comes out, but listening to a couple of the test clips I did not hear any of it, and I am very, very, very thankful. So thank you, dude. So without running my mouth anymore, let's just, let me grab the guitar and we'll go ahead and track this section here so I can show you the idea I have. I got some semi-decent takes there. We can always go back and edit them, but let's just hear how we have it so far. Yeah, I like how that kind of comes into it. And obviously, we'll probably fill this in with some toms or like a little fill here or just some like big kind of like impactful cymbals just to kind of give it some depth in the beginning. I just had that random idea. I just figured track it in there, see how it sounds, and if we like it, we can keep it. If it sounds awful, we'll just get rid of it. Let me go ahead and track the other side. And that's a little sloppy, but we can always clean that up. Right now, it's just pretty much a scratch track to see if I want to keep it in there or not. Let's just copy and paste it, and we'll kind of play with it. We can always add drums and bass and see how we like it. And like I said too, if we just hate it, we'll get rid of it. But if it sounds cool, it sounds cool. So let me put the guitar down real quick and we'll do some programming and see if we can build this up a little bit. Okay, so we have a couple of things here that we can play with. First thing we need to do is, I guess, kind of liven up these drums a little bit in the beginning part. So let's just go ahead and make it like a big intro feel to it. I know that's a super stupid generic way of explaining it. I know I keep saying it, but I really need to label these, make it a little bit easier. And then, of course, these are not going to be the final velocities. I just want to make a note of that. We'll go back and doctor everything up. Let's put like a China there. There it is. Something like that could be kind of cool. I think for now, we'll just copy and paste this. I have an idea on these last two, so I just kind of want to see how everything flows together. then maybe for this part, we can kind of like follow the same direction, but just kind of put like 16th notes for the kick, maybe. I don't know why I keep doing this so slow like that. Maybe some hi-hat action. I feel like the vision is slowly coming together. Just bear with me. Yeah, I kind of like that a little bit. Question is, will it fade into this part nicely? I think I cut that too short. Maybe try that. And like I said, we'll mess around with these velocities later. I just need this as like a placeholder right now. I don't know, it kind of flows well, but it also kind of seems like it's just the same riff over and over with less parts. Because honestly, that's what it is. Oh, before we get carried away, let's write the bass for this too. So I know I'm using the same notes here. I'll use this as like a reference point. Okay, got it. I think we're in A, right? Yeah, of course. I'm losing it. It's been a long day today. Cool, there we go. So we'll just copy these. Let's just hear this with just drums. I think that would be kind of cool. Yeah, that actually sounds really nice. I like that. So I guess let's give it a quick little listen, just this part and this part with everything. Okay, after bass, I can say I think that does actually sound really nice. I was kind of second guessing it, but no, I like that a lot, truthfully. All right, now we need to figure out what the hell to do for this. Maybe like super old school blast, maybe? I'm not too well versed on my blast beat styles. I don't know if that's like a skank beat or if that's like a Euroblast or anything like that. I'm not a drummer, but I don't know with it alternating between like that if that's going to be the right move or if we want to try snare on every kick hit. That sounds kind of ridiculous. What if we just double the kick? Nah, that actually sounds even worse. Double the snare? I do like that, but we would have to move this like here. I kind of like that better, to be honest. Maybe we can do some ride play in this one, just towards the end. That's kind of cool. I mean, it just makes it just a little bit different. So let me figure out bass real quick, and we'll put it all together, and then we'll play it from the front to the back. I feel like I could kind of keep going on this song, but instead of just throwing like random stuff in it, I kind of want to come back to it at a different time with some fresh ideas. It might help with the creative process to make it sound a little bit different instead of like the same riff, you know what I mean? So and another reason too is right now we're already at 28 minutes. And I know when I edit this down, we'll probably be at like 22 or something like that. So I fear making like a 40-minute video. I know some people might be into that, but I feel like most people aren't. Personally, I don't mind doing it. So if that's something you want to see, I'm totally cool with that. There we go. Hell yeah, that's perfect. Oh, duh. I completely forgot to copy that. I think that sounds pretty good so far. So let's just go ahead and give this a listen from the top and let me know what you think.